te maybe a free buy. Now if you want to say party be na beginsi, party be na enginsi. Say penina woman chain, we na near free pa. Enti
Nkrumah breast no.
Kwame Nkrumah pension na owo na need a ho. Enti ba say you can say me onu kra between aboama ya tetre kama. 1960 ena Ghana man yenya Republican status. Osaje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Oni ye kendi fo a o ma Ghana de no ho kra sa fe de ye de ho ye between ayen hia ma yenya nkasa ye dache ene ya setrem. Until 1961, we had 1960 year the Republican Constitution. Constitution di ka akra say ya de ho afedi etu egu man eye bibia no. Ye 1960. Ye no 1961 Kwame Nkrumah de mrebi ba Ghana ha. Ye friend no Ghana Education Act 1961.
Ghana Education Act
1961. Between Google benya sa law no. Na Ghana Education Act 1961 no. Enumu and Osaje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and the share say. Eye Ghana nkwala a eko school no. Eye primary, sabre middle school. Enyina no. The friend of basic school. And Nkrumah no be ko ni free a obi entry school fees. In fact, Kwame Nkrumah ye ne say, sa free education oba no eye compulsory. Ti sabre no introduce for the first time e Ghana free compulsory universal basic education. Ghana ha. The Education Act of 1961. Now, who read the act now? Apart from say, free education or basic level, no. Even at the secondary level, no. Not just say practicals, materials, kakra obi hiano, and now be tria fee kakra no so it is prescribed in the law. So also na teacher training colleges in Anna or yeno, and also be tria fee kakra no so prescribed in the law. But basic need na a free. Nkrumah pension na university na yiko free. And Kwame Nkrumah bia no ko university o tu eska.
Canteen no ko obedi dia je se o.
Ayaya pa hunu.
Ma
they serve you all right.
Na duane wo ho.
In fact what they do they say Friday na ya be ball puma nwumre no. Na ya de waduane a obedie Milo, Mark, Obopano, Ogare, nyama wo hia akokọ ya che. Na ya de abroad dem na wadidi free. What the qua? But you see, say na Kwame Nkrumah ye fapem no. Say ya Ghana ni baby o hia ni bo, osika ni bo, obi abetimi ayedai akọ school. Ana ye tu Kwame Nkrumah akonwa so. Enu ji say 1966. Ena ye ji akonwa no free Kwame Nkrumah sen
cool of course.
24 February. Ena ye tu Kwame Nkrumah. Ye tu Kwame Nkrumah na free fa ena be di Ghana mampanyini. Na e free fa so no. Na ne background no ye UP ni party na be ye MPP enum na Afrifa owo enti bra Afrifa be di o mampanyin pepepe no ena ofa na Akufo-Addo papa ena we the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana
Akufo-Addo.
Yes, Edward Akufo-Addo ena we ye no Chief Justice ena ofre Dr. Kofi Abrefa Buzia ena we the chairman of the political committee ena osama oye ona na director civic education eyo man nante said the NCC for ye no ona no da no country mu nyina ena sabre na no sa government no Afrifa government no eye nhye se ahokyere abagana enti Kwame Nkrumah free education or the buy ni ntimi to aso ena mu yi free education basic level na the school fees no omu yi free ho ena this school fees tua e de bagana ena Afrifa na set up a committee. Say Omontwa Constitution ye the second Republican Constitution. 1969 Constitution in Ghana. 1969 Constitution committee not ye no. Na Chief Justice was bi. Edward Akufo-Addo. Ye Akufo-Addo papa. Because certainly so Chief Justice now control Constitution there. Say untimi nyini free.
Debi.
And Dr. Kofi Abrefa Buzia so now committee no so. And Omontwa Constitution no. 1969 Constitution the second Republican Constitution no. I mentioned free education anywhere. What's that? In 19, you started Ghana, you were fourth republic.
Yes.
The first Republican Constitution, Kwame Nkrumah na fema ya troye. Otrewye 1961 where education had free education by. Now 1969 Constitution na a free farmer Edward Akufo-Addo any Kofi Abrefa Buzia any UP panimfo ana omu lead saga government no tro no oma mo free education ewom baby a betumi akensuro. So what I say?
Oh, so they make sure when
because we improve on what they came to meet. What they were.
No, just say the option saying cause some improve on free education now on better ye no. O ma anye na mum o mo so kra wo constitution ni. Na constitution no nim de asibo. O mo twa wie ye no, o mo de come free fa na no. On say the military leader and o gitum na ye de yemra on the basis of which ye de to aba. Na free fa adwen ne say enkomo wie constitution na no free fa obegina aba ni bi. Obegina president ni bi. After so na ye ku asosidi and wa afre mu nyina aba. Tumunchwa constitution ni antro ba yenwie na mema gina na nka ma wini ana omo so hu se afifa pe president ni bia gina ndi afifa na onya 40 years ana omo share sa constitution ni se wo apese odi president bia so onya 40 years ndi ade koma afifa o sign wa anhwe o sign wie na na I disqualify no what's that
because
na I disqualify afifa se ogina bia nyedai enyeyi ndi wo hwe ya afifa actually let be come akutu a champion emu no state is kutu ku kan go for way come the man me sign constitution disqualify me say me contest bi a enye yie no and one narrative stories nyina the whole story was narrated indirectly to kutu a champion now na je say free education no constitution ama FIFA so ne ko for yie free ho on be dia konwa no pe 1970-71 they sent a budget to parliament. No, I'm say Ahonchira Bagana. Into the budget called Parliament. Now budget no they call Parliament. So the Finance Minister J.H. Masa on the Finance Minister.
J.H. Masa.
Yeah, the late.
The late.
On the Finance Minister. The budget or the call you know. The already it is captured in the Hansard of Parliament.
Okay.
Parliamentary debates, official reports, second series, volume 4.
Okay.
28th July to 18th September 1970. We official records. Our core parliament is all over.
House of Records. Yeah.
So budget to any try free education with university. What's it?
Hey.
Enti free education na ye kono wo university no. Eye Kofi Abrefa Buzia ene na Akufo Addo papa. Sabre no na ye tro ba wi Abrefa Buzia be prime minister. Ama Akufo Addo papa aye head of state. Sabre na run parliamentary system. Na any vice president and vice. Enti your head of state and your prime minister. Enti wo mienu no. Omo penso no mu twa free education wo university say afedi obi antweska. Na gise woni nwoma and your man scholarship.
And not needed but brilliant for an encounter.
Tia, Yankan. Or say, Miko 1970 budget. Or see, 2 years ago, government took a decision that the present method of financing university students should be changed. This is a method that blunts all incentive to making of extraordinary efforts by students and does not recognize in any way the attainment of intellectual excellence. The long preparation for the implementation of government's decision is now coming to an end, and I'm able to announce that as from the beginning of the 1971-72 academic year, scholarships will only be granted to students of exceptional merit. All other students can either avail themselves of a loan scheme which will be put into operation and which will carry general terms, or else they can depend upon their families for financing.
Criteria wamo students of exceptional merit.
Yes.
Criteria bena na ewo
na yes wa ubetua pass kama no. Wa wunim ngoma pa no. Wo de ye betua ma scholarship.
What was the motive behind this particular?
In fact, the motive for this na hochiraba. It was a cut government budget. And this expenditure na honoma aban hotono. In fact, in the same budget no, that 1970 no, the omo ye ne omo ye bi. The omo ko IMF ne ye bilateral creditors here the omo ka ye twintua demonstration da no. That year no so mko shi IMF for London. Ekwa say ye de ka ye twintua. Omo mai moratorium of 10 years. Omo ndun ko 10 years mai na ya yetua. It is the same thing. It is the same thing. And so, says here by 1970, Everybody nyina ye school fees free ho at all levels. Ye yi nyina free ho. And will be a school fees. In fact, already even in the same budget no, or pleading with Ghanaians. Say a bank want means school die. And the other no, we your parent now ha. Say cement now wo, say anwia now wo, say that one now wo, fabwa. Na yen fancy school die. And only the beginning of PTA payments na ye no.
Na say nebe go no.
So what you say?
And say go no.
Say ma what you say there? And na good here.
PTA.
Good.
PTA.
Share, when I catch you. Share. Omo ji omo ska kura me baso. Solve the free SHS. One na kofa nkomon ba nyame. Enti mu aneti asem. Now, eti Ghana ha in the history of Ghana. So far phones say na obisa say who abolished free education in Ghana. Edi e beba a free fa and then Kofi Abrefa Buzia. Because your Bob Abrefa Buzia because he was the prime minister. Okay. He was in charge of government business. But law bia ye beye bia no never said the head of state, Akufo-Addo papa and na osan. Many uncommon inti. Mami fa we nso twem na huni that period no. Okay. As part of austerity now mo ye no say nima mo aye dinti etwetwa nima no. Onu say Ghana na Kwame Nkrumah person ko hospital na news ka. Minim. No be akọ hospital free. Ah. Me na me catch so quote me everywhere.
Insurance be.
Mr. Opanyin, Mr. Insurance be no.
No. Population no na.
Yes, our form. Obi akọ hospital free. Until 1970-71 me budget we wie no. 1971 on pass a law wa Ghana Parliament. I friend of the Hospital Fees Act 1971. What would you be able to Google? Hospital Fees Act 1971 Section 1. And what they show say fees outbreak we will be able to hospital you will be to and my house here to hospital. Until cash and carry now what Ghana what can cash and carry no. It was introduced by a law that was assented to, but His Excellency Edward Akufo-Addo. And at the hospital, Ghana has it. Now that is one topic for another day. Medical Hospital Fees Act, no? Yeah. Because you could see health insurance another day. Today you focus on free SHS. Yes. And so, ABC 1970-71, na Ghana will be a school fees. Just say, what we need see amount scholarship. Don't forget. Say in 1960, Nkrumah established a scholarship secretariat. And or the free education, total free education at the notness. Because usi school down na amount for day enko. No yes any omon free na amount for intimi day enko school no. And a southern side no so oko school na kakra na ya prescribe no na wetimi atua. And also kra no wa we brilliant by need no scholarship secretariat e be take care na wo so wetimi atua. Now from 7 to 8 sa amamuo ne bae no UP sa amamuo no Buzia Edward Akufo-Addo o be twa school fees ni mo and also be twa school fees and ye twa school fees is until 1979 and a Rollins so ni team be ye ku and na mo two de no di akonwa ye two ni fira akonwa so and no man be share wo monsa and a soldier for answer there be yantwa constitution na yansan fa constitution no to ababio enti 1979 constitution no president was sign ye ma ye di gina so to aba Dr. Hilal Imam e wini ye no e Jerry John Rawlings
of the PNC.
Yes, of the PNC no wini ye. Now 1979 constitution no article 10 and a Rawlings say yanko fa Kwame Nkrumah free education no en Samra Ghana. And you read the third Republican Constitution. Ayenyan was 1979 na article 10 and a Rawlings my actual free education say you better free education and you free compulsory universal basic education. But what you say there? And I signed the by. Now or the by no in that constitution you to abano. You na winning ye, Limam na winning ye. And he swore Limam in. He was sworn into office as the President of the Republic of Ghana. Now after some few months, and a Rawlings in the group no feel say no. Elements na almost side system na wamunti ye koye ku na ye jema we no. The same elements no use so ye transfer ye sa kwagibio. And I'm saying the second coup. Enti ama 1979 constitution no provision no ye article 10 no ye ntimi implement.
Oh okay.
It is still na you dey to school fees because that constitution was abrogated. But what you say? And you try. Yes, in 1991, you try military rule ni musa ebesi 1992. And what Rollins say, Yansanfa or minor enko kabima men can be view. And only the 4th Republican Constitution.
Yentwe constitution.
Yentwe bio. And to that constitution, what Rollins did say, now we want a constitution about representing the views of every Ghanaian. And if that is the case, they are invite to be no more participate in the drafting of the 1992 constitution. And you are forming what is called the Constituent Assembly.
No one count.
In fact, Constituent Assembly, no, Ghana lawyers, boycott so munkobi. The say, Rollins say, maybe omunko trebi into my boycott. And then I could say one because he was a lawyer. One could be. In fact, the entire MPP are winning as a kanya. Ubenya nipa be mi enu bibia na ekotena mu bi. But man ko some UP or belong to UP tradition. No?
But it means that between 1981 and 1992, no, I mean Rollins rule would decrease even.
Yes, so sabe the na constitution. What the PNDC law.
Yeah. Okay.
So they say and PNDC for na your law parliament be any ho.
Yeah.
But what must say? Until 1992 and the person check constitution near they started the 4th Republic no. Na answer na we hear constitution. Nti wo mo obi amra me ntwere lawyer for mo na mo ni mra. Mo transfer me say no, you dey yanko. Don't forget say we history pa. MPP party no lawyers na start here.
No correct.
So they say that is why maybe I describe some here elitists.
Okay.
So they say NDC ni mass party. Nti wo so wo mo nko nti wo ma anye dey am participate. Then Rollins says akuafo mfa ni pamra. Hairdresser mfa ni pamra. Hey, a capital mfa ni pamra. Messi mfa ni pamra. Obi am mfa ni pamra ntwe position no. And I form a assembly no. So and as assembly no actually the draft constitution 1992 there no. A draft because a proposal am the bachelor Ghana for Ghana for to abaji tuma asa na be yemra. And ye referendum na Ghana for samra we dey ye. And ye jitu. And a Rollins den sa shase. And only the 1992 constitution I mean, ya dear, ya 4th Republic, ya dear, to about bedroom ne. That constitution, no copy, ne kutamo hey.
Okay.
Ubi moi.
Yeah.
Ubon's a Rollins, and a signed constitution, no. So I said, he didn't chance here. On the signed constitution, no. Now, her constitution, way. Article 25.
Okay.
Article, you see big guys, very, very big guys. There are Okasa. As we name the Okan one say. Article 25 of the 1992 Constitution say Enna Rollins ma ye the share mreni. Mra we say mra chekata they are wise. Collins Dauda, Siedunke Tia, Udu Yaya. One minute way. Only the brainchild. I'll produce you this document from Ghana. Here Article 25 ni.
Okay.
Obi a wo hwe bia go between na wa kan na tiefo ngan ka se me de me book bi na
wankasa
de book bi na abeto na me kan
yes into Article 25 or 1 what is clause 1.
Yes.
Now all persons shall have the rights to equal educational opportunities and facilities and with a view of achieving the full realization of that right.
Great. A.
Now basic education shall be free, compulsory, and available to all.
Now, Constitution say Ghana Constitution di bu man say no. Was Ghana ha. Basic education ye primary any JHS. I was say ye free. I was say ye compulsory. Tieni yo, she compulsory ni. Na ye available to all.
Ghana
ni akola bi atimi kobi. But the operative word is compulsory.
Compulsory.
Ye beba compulsory no ho ye ntie hia ne say e be de na education aye compulsory se betumi aye compulsory a
free
ye say wa mana ye free na free na ye kan nye tuition ko anya school fees ko o si ye free na obi anko e betu school fees na akura anya school atade no so nko a ne ma me anya mana o betu aka say e compulsory on fa ho sa na nko and that is the reason why e was say ye de niam bi ka ho at the basic level na free no complete. Na the entire me pese me chirem sesi a me do ba kwa another article be ma ye kwame a kire compulsory mu ye no ko B no
and B which is 25 clause 1 1B now it's secondary education in its different forms including technical and vocational shall be made generally available and accessible to all by every appropriate means, and in particular by the progressive introduction of free education.
And the constitution say, so we are free or primary ni JHS ni wia. Afedie yansan kwa yanim ko secondary education. Na secondary ni edu ha. Secondary school biya, technical school biya, vocational school biya no. Ansa na ye behwa na ye free no. O se ye man nye available and accessible. Masuku no mu sani ebeya obi a betumi akọ na constitution the framers of the 19 omo atwe hwenyansa omo je mu na ye ne nkakra man nye free because he Ghana sika sem na ase atwans me ye ne free a obema education akohia ohaw enti progressive no take time na fa bobo aho nya sustainable source of funding fata ye kire afi wa ye ne free. This is what is written in the 1992 Constitution. Now, so me can't say 1992 Constitution no. Eye NDC for na ye PNDC. Not because of democracy ye transmogrify ye be NDC ye your troya. We will not challenge it.
Very well. Challenge be any.
In fact, they are far NDC by and the founder of our party.
Yeah.
Not Jenny. Or the Boama constitution is this.
Yeah.
Oh, they can see no for young.
Now let's see. The higher education shall be made equally accessible to all on the basis of capacity and by every appropriate means, and in particular by progressive introduction of free education.
Where we are SS not technical vocational no tertiary universities. A honso yanin kakran na a honso so any free. Say in the actual constitution. And this is what the good people of Ghana in a referendum accepted as the anchor of our democracy. That should dictate every action of state actors. Your constitution. Now, you play with share no. And here what you say, okay, be free education na one for 10 bia to da be na start. Constitution provide Brian fan share free education as well. Timelines.
Oh, constitution.
Article 38 clause 2 be ho.
Right.
So say NDC kwatwere mra. Mbajoje.
Yeah, me tie pa.
Okay, mami munya ne say na ye nyina tie fo enye ne ye papa. MPP for na nanom, eye UP for. Akwatwere second Republican Constitution. Aye de be ye Ghana yi. Ya fa free education amem. Ye NDC yanso ye papa nom. Ye na nanom po. Ye papa nom. A wo mo tie ase. Some of whom are aligned. Woman so akwatwere mra. No mo de ahyem say. Oh, ya the free education be ba Ghana ha. Free education be ni say ahye na twede e wo constitution mu de ama Ghana man na ye ka wo mo a e pa free education a obi betu asori anya kokoduro wa bra woni wo nyina aka say yenya ye twere de share constitution mu ye betwam
apanya ma ken say de mu kan na mo ni na so
no what I say there
mate wona say
Mr. Abraham, you make a say.
Oh, well, it's right. You're right.
So FM 92.3.
Boy, no, you know.
What does it say?
But yes,
then let's go to Article 38 clause 2.
38 clause 2 now, the government shall, within 2 years after Parliament first meets after the coming into force of this constitution, draw up a program for implementation within the following 10 years for the provision of free, compulsory and universal basic education.
Now, I'm going to say, afina, ya de constitution ya adwuma no. Eda Parliament be di ka meeting. Ekosi ni 2 years. Aban bia o bia no onye policy framework for implementation within the next 10 years. Now, ya trouble 1992. 7th December. 7 January 1993.
Yes.
And the first parliament no Asia.
Okay.
In the 7 January 1993, Ekosi 7 January 1995, 2 years. Ababi ate konyan bi also ye policy framework yen share FQ free compulsory universal basic education no ye wokrata so na church mu kire omanfo na within the next 10 years from 1995 Ekosi 2005 10 years.
10 years.
I was say be 2005 pepe. Now was say free education I started work.
205 na Kufuor na net so.
You wa follow ni ye. 2005 no drew ye no. President Kufuor was the president of the Republic of Ghana. I was in parliament then. Bro about parliament so about address here. The kind say send your Ghana constitution e sheme no. E bra so say you started free education in Ghana. So Kufuor just complied with the provisions of Article 38 Clause 2
of the Constitution.
And now start here. So you started basic, Kufuor started basic no. The other started and say or introduce capitation grant. Sanya baya obi antua school fees.
Capitation no twi mo Mr. Ross.
Or the sika we twa to ho. Say school bia primary basic school bia primary JHS. Sika bia bosome miensa ye de be ma school no bia running school no. Sanya baya yanye akra bi okọ school bia ska and what see ho.
Okay.
Ana osan ye say si ase ye ka say akra no ye de no ye compulsory no free compulsory universal. In say be ye be compulsory o say man kola na aduane di. Na obata bia aduane ka say me be nya aduane nti wanye dey onko school. Ana Kufuor introduce school feeding program. O introduce school feeding program no anche ye to aba na Kufuor aban no ekoye. Ana NDC bae under Atamels. Yeah, ye ba any free education in Ghana no. Atamels bae no say yes, we have to continue from where Kufuor left off. Enti free feeding school feeding no de bae no. School kakra bi na nya bi ye mam.
Okay.
And oba mu kakraka. Ema school bebre. In fact, me no can say akra no. School bebre enya bi.
Debbie.
Dia ye ba mu koduru ye no. Me ka kira wo ne, we are journalists, we can investigate this.
And I will do so.
And Nana Kufuor do agu.
The KTS crowd strike.
Oh, okay. If you have the info, then all right.
Yes.
Now, ya no wie na atame say there be aka another thing. Ya add school ntade. Ya add school books. Ya add school mpaboa.
Ahoto FM.
Sebe ya akola no okodi di wo school. Ya man school mpaboa. Ya man school atade. Ya man books nyina. Osan introduce say school bia ye kodu duase bia no. Ya mamode na ba anyi free ho. So dia say schools are the trees. Ya remove ni ensisi adan bebre. So wo adan si ho. Ya di nkonwa gum. Akra no school atade. Owo mpaboa. Ye be no aduane amanadi. Won tua school fees a. Afei Ghana be yemra. Oba tan bia wan fa banko school bia na so di o man ya bro. Na say compulsory or say twaso. Me ba what you say?
Following the dictate in the Constitution.
So, and a President Mahama Bae. President Mahama Bae no say baby a ye dro no. Edru bra was say you prepare your home for free education in secondary school. But said the Emra no share no so do secondary education na ensure availability and accessibility. In the secondary school I was a see an so aka say we introduce a ebi benya bi akọ ebi nya bi nkọ enti ye expand secondary school me be ye adan mako 200 fresh. I was starting E blocks no. Now I will share a story with you. I was then a regional minister for Brownford. And a President John Mahama Bae. Na ye host no and na old man bia na o se limam time no wo amamu mu na ku ni si odwane ye afi no aba and oba say oba suggestion bi na me dia kire omampanyi Mahama enti mi susu kire omampanyi no so oh manemra ye nyina ye man bia no so ade a betimi aboa na oni madwe no de bae oba no say what is omampanyi Mahama ahye boss obe secondary school mako 200 se ba ya schools no be doso na oye free education obi anya bi akọ but our problem abrosana wo si ato aso 9 no e wadodo o ka se wo si abrosana ato aso 9 school ba ko wo nwie 200 no enti on chem no nya mienu na je san ka obewie 40 no aye 80 mbajo what you say enti ko obewie 100 no anya 200 na Ghana fo aka se wa ye ni nyina aye den awie enti wanya na saa eno ana president mama respond to there bi de ye nyina so yanwene daache your population no kosro but you cannot increase the size of land ya sa se no be very count enti si anhwe ye ni anwisu asase ya enti man be ba na ye di o ma brokese enti you believe say ye high rising buildings
okay
say ye nkakra na yetumi wi a Ghana will be the beneficiary and we have so 99 ba ku bia 24 classrooms library ICT centers washrooms bi bia ka ho ana esisi sa adan makoma ku 200 wanwe ni nyina emu 123 de wo hyase a bia do various levels of completion a chese e be 46 47 de ye wie ya na manfo in fact me yankasa me di president mama anim e wo braham fo ne ko bie new longro de obi bia no ye de bus ka home school no de obi bia de nkonwa nyina kogum laptops bi bia kogum a no asa de nkonwa as ayi bus asa ka ho na ye de ama wo mo ye be bia bi e wo Tachiman area ho Tachiman fie kura de ye yantimi amie ye wie ye lusu lesson no na ye wie enti wo mkura mo amie na nkura no komu saa so ye be bia bi so wo Tachimantia area ho ye okro bi wo ho me refi kro din ye ko bie ho so de and I think ye bie ba ko so okrobo area ho so what you say and na ye ba ko e wo doma area ho ya ye bebre dudu various of Casapin kura de na me ko hwe baby eja ho no aka ho na school bia ho makotenem saa na kakra na ye continue di konwa kra kogu ho se enke betumi start na nkra no akom na nkra na akofo konwa di eja ho saa na ho but don't forget say ebra mama e ka 200 secondary school say na bebo ama yetumi nya ina secondary school na akufu ado so kan 350
yes also be 350
also be 350 because ona bi say nya 350 dia ebebu ama obi anya bi akọ e na mama say 200 mama 200 no yentumi anwie na akufu ado 300 no and the nya mo so ni refi on the ni refi now
is the costing
mbajo tie ni yo
me tie pa
ahana asem no pese obi atie ni
the costing is the problem
esan say yan follow the constitution kan say yan nya no kakra free no
yeah
tie under president Mahama say wo phone wa ha
yes
me pese Google project bi na hwe project Mahama ye in fact
okay
any man be bro ha adwo Mahama ye ba ye din NDC for
the question is I didn't know more
e was say ye bisa wo mo sabre na wo ye in charge because who the rule na nkoye I must be frank with you when him say 2015 Mahama launch progressive free education in Ghana
yes.
Said the constitution kan ema na kufu aro kra kan say e good news in fact video ha Dr. Baumia kan say Mahama progressive free education no de bae no om de obeye no free am obi akobi enye progressive yo so Mahama introduced progressively free education in Ghana na hwede Mahama ye no project we na pesa wani koso
okay
Mahama introduce secondary education improvement project so between a Google and Campepa
okay me
secondary education improvement project year 2014 no the project we buy secondary education improvement project SIP when you be ho
right
na hu say ajabra makohunu bibi sa project we many host we didn't body say nana
yeah
sa project we tieni yo ajabra wo baka bi na me de we sisi anu abam
oh no
there be koso
delivery
sa project we President Mama launched in 2014 secondary education improvement project when na World Bank Emma Ghana ska
enka mame mo wo ho ni aka say una boss mu aka now the government's quest to develop the secondary education in undeserved areas of the country received a major boost yesterday when President John Dramani Mahama launched a $156 million World Bank sponsored National Secondary Education Improvement Program at Kintampo in the Bono Ahafo region.
So what you say?
Yeah.
So $156 million we World Bank and the man Ghana. Bosnia. ania mama say ya the way bi AC secondary school dan ni bi aka ho afi ya the bi call underserved secondary schools school bi o ha won kura na say obekọ no na wo classroom no odan ne ketua bi oni library oni dormitories facilities ni ho eti mahama my select schools no mako 125 secondary schools across the country and assess we yadi be quite expanded facilities no sabe ya progressive free education no enkwala na ba bebre nya bia yede akọ menu awutie
mitie pa
afa new secondary schools 200 na no oye no emu 23 brand new secondary schools or the word bands ka we and ye emu 23 in the first 46 na wie no 23 ana wo mu no na ye say 156 million we e bika afa di aka no say so ye progressive free education aha na obi antie ne ye ye wo nipa bebre wo ho a o ka so ntua cd kura nko school wonya bi ntua cd ofanto no ano atade kura nko school a wonya bi ntua nti o ka free na koye tuition kwa na basic things are here to be able to be in school no wanya wontimi nkobi nti mama hye ne say san kwala na ye from vulnerable students no yenye mom nko school no free under this facility.
Until we nye students of exceptional merit.
There be where you vulnerable. But what you say there? Now we read this story na story be chiro. San kwala no tie ye. Aha hia me because if you say e be mathematics bi wo. San kwala o make na NDC aban boba ku bi aho ka $500.
Hey. $500.
$500. Every year. $500. And then $500, what the time can I say?
And $1 crown number say 16 cities, right?
16. Fabo me away, ni enfanya na.
Mami konta.
If I say e be si so na. $500.
6530. Ebi
$500. And the 500 times 16.
Yes.
It should give you something. Even the analysis.
On a hotel 92.3 FM.
Ete for muntie ni yo na misuso se dwumadie ni nkomodidie ni koso no munsusu no mu follow messages e ba na me acknowledge ni nyina na enkonta ne nso no e ma ye nkon a wo studio ha se ne me ye nye munsusu munye bi wo fie na ememisie ni emo ano pepepe enie almost about 8,000, right?
Now you say a collabia or qualify under this facility, no? Say neya cannot your mama buy no born hoka ene 8,000. Don't forget that say around that time, no, the exchange rate was around 3.8.
Yes. Never form. Until that 3.8 na near this is CDs. Any of the share say ankora no. Na ankora no, their package na near the man wo. Package na near the man kola ni. A collabia over qualify under your vulnerability criteria no may explain the criteria is ya wa qualify say says ka we be show free under Muhammad's progressive free education no vulnerable graduation no na ba ku bia no your mouth bag our books are be use nyina wo your mouth school atade your mouth house jersey afei unya house dress afei yama kwan na wo kro no transportation wo de be ko the ye school a wo de beba e wo say ye de headmasters no 80 fees kan mo de ma wo because you consider say we are vulnerable a wo no say ye ma opportunity bi ase to ye city kura wintumi ntua no akọ school san kura ni na ye hwe ma akọ 10,400 ni nyina was story nim nana 10,400 ne ma e 6,000 out of this me wa and correct.
And a mema, 4,400.
Because what half for you know.
Yes, I like schools be including my half of schools be no me a part of it. Now unim, some call out 10,400 no. Yes, I like almost from 231 secondary schools. I know what country mo. Na kwala be ya. So we really sorry no. And kwala na qualify okay criteria no.
Honorable, koso.
Wa akwala odika o qualify eya akwala ne maame ne papa ewu na woni hwefo sa akra no so wo secondary school nko a or say scholarship we yedi bi ma no regardless of a party of free mo because ne maame ne papa ewu a saa kra wo ye dan a so say you free na wontua 5 cedis kra wonya bi nya dan entua akwala ne maame ene ne papa bibi nti omadi dem na omaya yarefo na omutimi nya adwuma hwe na oni obi obehwe no o qualify as a scholarship we yedi bi hwe no.
And this was the time Professor Nana J. Opoku
education minister. Now in the omukra na ye menwanwa. Abayiwa sabe obi ne nakoda na wanyi nsen. Na wawo ba ko no oni hwefo. Na wose chinchina obekọ secondary school. Ono so sa scholarship we e cover no. Mbaja what you say? Dia ne maame ne papa ahokyere ne ohianti lip ya de ma kakra ba ne man ko so mfa ni di ebi ne de man didi no ono ne ba no o qualify se ye fe ni free. Mbaja what you dey?
Wow.
Obi ohwo a oyo ba wa won kwala be se du ani akire ne kru odwane agya no oba no kwala bebrebe egu no so di obedi kra edene di obenya aduane ama nkra no kra di no edene sa nipa we ne ba no so ko secondary school na so ontua 5 6 obetua atua and ono so qualify say ye hwe no na unim already MPP budget 2028 budget na omo confirm omo admit say omo beto policy we na mom kan say enkwala 10,400 no omo de omo meto omo beto 10,027 MPP budget na say omo beto 10,027 majority me there I think paragraph 624 625 also beto enkwala 10,027 and na facility no etwa hwe omo by year started 2014 to 2015 no enkwala bi koy by the time back power 2017 na bi awie ko majority what you say it's 10,400 and a benefit under this facility. Progressive education na mama yenni. And was I and say, their student be a wa ha secondary school now tifie nko na ekwa koni free MPSD. Na na utie me there. So therefore about 365,000 omukoni free. And the borders no one may vulnerable more brower they cannot pay. Headmasters any directors of education no select here and send the minister of education at the team akwa investigate say ampa we mu ye hia for ampa and send approve am.
This is the first time I met it.
Na just also read it because our news. It's all over.
You can kind mojuma ho there.
No, you see I mbacho tie ni. So boy the boy yanko enye yi. Ya ya nka nka ho na twero ya twero wa fidie so. E na menu mienu wo se read. And you about who so let's share the blame.
Anyway,
let's share the blame.
Share responsibility. It's a shared responsibility. Yeah.
For instance, high school, I don't know OCC. Me from between magazine, and AMM, because really your baby na. I check. No say what's story with the village. You maybe say the way he was in school. Even the people around Crabo, they even didn't know the purpose of the A. Now see and said it was part of the program education
blocks no.
Yeah.
Oh, I say who has come to build this beautiful
edifice
in this adi. Well, see like Nana is saying, I was saying more model.
You're 100% correct. I agree with Nana.
Even the people in the village, no one will say, almost never you, but the purpose.
Oh, I don't know who has 4 and a 5-star hotel.
Oh, see, unlike Obia, the funding, how is you going to raise money to fund this thing? Well, say, I know, okay, they just say it, okay, without find out how they were even going to generate.
Honorable Opoku, bill nankasa no.
But intimi ba mi fancy
all right, okay.
Anna, ye nuanom na na do buy no se da bi free education now. Obi anko ni free. Now, oye ni free sana. Akola bi o qualify so obekobi ana. Obekobi. Enkra no kodu ha dan ni ho. Na je say in the wisdom of the framers of the 1992 constitution problem na omuhu se ebesi enti yenhwe se ye be progressive ni avert no yakoto problem ni mu ye free education ye ni dan e se de wo koye nkoko no ni ngukobuo better than why nkoko no enti di aban ye ne say ene ye me di bibia ba ye friend double track na na wo secondary school
me ko bi pa
me call secondary school one term na 3 months one full term 3 months nyina me twa ni nyina kama e wo school I hope so nya na kama
me twa ne kama
and then me ba koya me ba koya yes 3 months na obedie no ye chemienu onko 1 month 2 weeks no before for ba so me call 1 month 2 weeks and no double track no it is a sia no dia me sua na 3 months no obeye ne dan na ya ma akwala me ba no what me the 1 month 2 weeks e dia sua ma ye
free SHS mo na mo parliament
me be si so
me ba cho me ba mo on krata mo on me bi say free SHS policy no in krata bi say
da bi bibia ni ho na me ba be chirima mo wate ase e dia akoto double track him e be si ne say si ankwala na bebere wo fie obi timi kwotena fie kura 3 months ni enyamie say si ameno ka say Ghana ye ni academic calendar said that's in your bio school, that's in your close school.
You know, correct. And the because
you need be ho. And today I buy Benya scano or some be only scar or see upon. Major what I say. So teacher near I was or no or prepare ni nose. Now the syllabus or head your bachelor topics or bachelor no. Because I okuta 1 month 2 weeks spend what they chan kwala ninti no. Topics no mu dia hen won kire. Enti dia hen won fan prepare nose no. That is another problem. Now, the atosum you say, ya free education, ya need funding, you need sika bi asi actually. You rely on government budget. Abansi me twasika say in the budget, medical support free education. Ebedu time ya bi school next kana mai. Enkura na ko do school yeso obi entrance school jiso mu didi. Headmaster beden wonye aduane amomodi. For the first time in the history of this country, headmasters and headmistresses omna dwom free journey. Can you imagine a situation or baby free drum echodan headmaster bika e woni je ne hu na ye ntokwa wo school say ogu na dwuma wako free onye secondary afi ye say suppliers no mo fa aduane nkoma school ne betua maka na ba fast stock a contract ma na ma na kwaje aduane no na ye de na ko school honom ye de aduane no ko do school honom no o de akoma school no o penisika wonya waya wonya ni sika wan say ma no eko pikiti wo buffer stock so mo hi o musika
honorable but me be so sa amrana afamakin also order ba for this free SHS no na ne nchechemu ni say
ehwa na ye ba no
me ba so
ehwa na ye ba no
me ba so
me kan law na
yes ehwa na ye ba no ehwa na ye ba
very good
ensesia no free SHS na nka enye free no problem e dia bre ye ni onim say in some of the secondary schools kuran ko do ha akonyo on betra so bi ni ho enti headmaster bi di oye ne say wakofa carpenter fi abontin di aba school ho ana ye bobo nkonyo wakola betu atua ka ne ya ye odi ama otherwise ko butu ho ne nche wade na who cause am macho what ya say
ye nim ni nyina
dia to so bio textbooks a enkola ndi besua de no ebi ni ho enti nka ye bia school a under you have compulsory free progressively free education now kwa akra no kwa na do books amount textbooks exercise books notebooks or pens bibia dia ka ho no e na akra no kwa ye nya textbook ma no enti akra no ko school ho ma book odi ko sua de so aye problem na de ha adwene kra ne say esanse akra no ko school 1 month 2 weeks no better fie no de ebi no teacher fo ni bia ye ne say o mo ye online courses man kwala no enti so wo fie na wa wo fo betu atua 1000 ana 1002 na wo network a na wa join ne sa course no na say de want me young man to school no wa tuaka na ba fie a mo sua no online ana ama extra classes business no e booming enti the same education na ya pese eye free no say eye free bio me no ka say just this morning parent bi call me
ani ego so frɛ no
ne ba was secondary school akra ne so metua 1000 Ghana yes sika ni ho mbenya aduane adi nti wo ba den wa school nti wo sɛ me man 1000 no ntimi ko tua sɛ ba ya ba me ko school no now don't forget say 1000 Ghana no 2016 na ne say ye tua school fees no na school fees ya I was akra betua de o tua akra da boarding house no na amoro 700 Ghana so say ne utu 6k ya education ni free no ye dey e wa hine free education wɔ hene na wonim edu watch
yeah
the whole Africa
edu watch
ɔmo na monitor education wɔ Africa ha nyinaa na ɔde eto sin no na ɔmo atwe adwene asi so na ɔmo ayɛ publication wei publication ɔmo de ba 28th of February 2024 it was a Wednesday
okay
title no say 194,862 students could not honor their admissions despite free SHS.
Problem is the infrastructure.
And kwala makum 194,862 omunya admission. But omo anya sika antoto ho ne mana anko school no. You call this free education? Nana? You call this free education? In fact,
because building history no with this LI with the free education it's so soon just
based on what? Because if we are seeing all these challenges in the also by law
political expediency.
Not to compare what?
Honorable Nwe na afi
mama hu afan
what you said. It's in kwala 194,000 close to 200,000 omunya admission bomo nyes kanton yema na anko onim niama na na etutoko school no adoso abi nsi Ghana da because sika cry was here the school authorities no headmasters no na school ho pono say a om de bia ya na bi ni ho de was here the omo na semina cry beto e de ahohoro school ho no omanya bi ni bi ho enti na cry bi akọ school a semina was here the hohoro ba bi a dormitory ho no I was attend bia wo de ko omo parazone ni nyina ne I was akola bia de bia de ye ko enya sa ba bia be da no ye ntimi hohoro ho afei Emran says, I won't call a crown for a mistake 2.3. Nasa and Sako Campo Macra Lebua. Obetia. Yes, what Yaka. Say school no from Afana BB say or Horma. How do they maintain it? Say emergency be about how do they respond? Now the whole concept of free education, you know, a proper policy. Policy and the target say ebe one man here for say free education and community school no or matmiako school. Now here is the case, right? 200,000, almost 200,000 students. Woman admission, woman to Uncle School. No, now some of only one we are here for. No, young here. We are here for one more. No, not under Mahama.
Yetia,
na your mom muscalum free no. One more. Now, Edu watch a deal. Maybe some this is not okay. Edu watch report no. The almost tray a here sa utibi. Net year 40
the crack when me person me hu a bill no a
when they see bill no
yes me per bill no e no
when they see bill good ti o say let me read the report na fi match o say it further revealed that the average government spending per student under the free SHS policy between 2017-18 and 2021-2022 academic years was 1,241 Ghana. Nti akora bia wo ko free SHS ni bi no tieni o Edu watch aya nhwemu no omo ye financial burden analysis of free SHS no says hu sika no awofo ene aban hwan etua kese no omo hu sa afi bia akora bia okọ free SHS aban bon ho ka 1,241 afetie also with parents spending 4,185 per annum.
Afibia
nti awofo no ebo na kwala ba ko a wo school ho no afibia parent tua 4,185 na ban tua 1,241. Is this the free education envisaged under the 1992 constitution? Nana answer me. Now my very challenge is na we no
yeah mama